Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to take you through 10 steps in creating a strong and a secured password. There's no password that cannot be cracked, but you don't have to make it easier to be cracked. This is Sake's Infotech, where we simplify tech for you. Please, if you are new to the channel, please consider supporting the channel by clicking on the subscribe button and liking the video. Now let's dive straight into the tutorial. So the first step you have to take to create a strong and a secured password is to use at least 12 to 16 characters of password, okay? So the longer the password, the harder it is to crack. The shorter the password, the easier it is to crack. So you have to take into consideration the length of your password, okay? The second step you have to take is to mix uppercase, lowercase, numbers and symbols, okay? So you have to make your password a bit complex, okay, but easy to remember. So this is an example of alphanumeric password. The step 3 or the third step you have to take in creating a strong and a secured password is to avoid personal information. So this is the step people always fall a victim to, okay? And attackers always love those clues. People normally use their date of birth, their last name, their pet name, their favorite sports team, their account number, and what have you. So you have to avoid using your personal information as your password. It can be easily cracked, okay? And then the fourth step you have to take in creating a strong and a secured password is to use passphrases. So you have to combine random words into something memorable, okay? So you have to use passphrase, and this is an example of a passphrase password, okay? But you don't have to use that password as your password, okay? The fifth step to take in creating a strong and a secured password is to substitute letters with symbols. So if you are using a password and it contains letter A, you can substitute it with the @ Letter S, you can substitute with the $sign. Letter I, it can be the exclamation mark sign, okay? So it is an example of a password that contains the symbols, like the substitutions of the alphabet, okay? And the sixth step you have to take in creating a strong and a secured password is to make sure you change your password regularly. So at least you have to change your password like 3 to 6 months, like 3 to 6 months, okay? It keeps your password safe, okay? You don't have to maintain the password for long. For 1 year you're using the same password. No, it can be easily tracked or hacked. So if an attacker tries to log onto your system, he will try every possible means to get access to your system. But if you keep changing your password every 3 months or every 6 months, it will be difficult for the attacker to get into your system, okay? And then the seventh step to take in creating a strong and then a secured password is to don't reuse your passwords, okay? So once stolen, password shouldn't open every door. So once your password is stolen, it shouldn't open every door. So some people use the same password on multiple accounts on different platforms, okay? So once one password is stolen, the attacker will try to use it on your other account, on your multiple accounts. That should be avoided. So don't use or reuse your password on multiple or different accounts, okay? The eighth step to take to creating a strong and a secured password is to use a password manager, okay? So you have to use tools like Bitwarden or 1Password. It creates and stores longer passwords safely. So if you are using a long password and you can't memorize it, or you can't remember the password, you can use a password manager to store the password, okay? So that is the 8th step to take to store password. The 9th step to take is to use patterns or passphrase you can remember. You know, there are times people use password, some combinations of password, and then the moment they change their password, the next second they don't remember their password, okay? So you have to use pattern or passphrases you can remember, okay? So the password is random, but it's memorable, okay? So this is an example of a passphrase that you can remember. And the 10th step you have to take in creating a strong and a secured password is to enable two-factor authentication, okay? So the two-factor authentication is who you said you are or who you said you be, in a sense that the moment you log onto your PC, it sends a prompt to your phone to authenticate, to be sure it's the user who is logging onto the PC. So it can be a prompt to your phone or an email for you to authenticate. Okay, so by using the two-factor authentication, it also adds an extra layer of protection even if your password has been cracked or even if someone knows your password. So if the attacker try logging onto your password and is able to log onto your PC, it will send a prompt, and the prompt will come to your phone. So supposing you've not logged on to any platform and you've received the prompt, are you going to accept the prompt or not? I'm not sure you're going to accept the prompt. So you have to use or enable two-factor authentication to enhance your security. Okay, so this brings us to the 10 steps in creating a strong and a secured password. Please, if you find this video helpful, please consider supporting the channel by clicking on the subscribe button and liking the video. Thank you for watching and see you in the next tutorial. Bye bye for now.